Hi, this is another video for infinite series, and here we will talk about geometric progression or geometric sequence. Let us take a sequence of terms. For example, we have a1, a2, a3, and so on up to an, or we can say that infinity also if we are taking infinite series. Then these are the terms. This is a particular sequence followed by these elements, so this will be a sequence, as I have already mentioned in my previous video. When I will add all these terms, a1 plus a2 plus a3 and so on, then this series will become, sorry, this was a sequence, and this sequence will become a series. Right, now I would like to jump to my topic, which is geometric progression. For suppose we have any sequence of terms a1 comma a2 a3 and so on up to n. First of all, I'm taking finite series, then I will talk about infinite series. Then this sequence will be called as a geometric progression or a geometric sequence when a term, when it is divided by its previous term or the preceding term, then it will give a particular ratio that it will be called as r. Then this ratio will be equal for all the terms. For example, when a2 is divided by a1, this will be equals to r, and in the same way when a3 will be divided by a2, it will also be equals to r. In the same way, when a4 is divided by a3, it will also be equals to r, and so on. It will go up to the last term when an will be divided by an minus 1, this will be equals to r. If any sequence follows this criteria, that they have a common ratio for all the elements, then in that case we will call that sequence as geometric progression or geometric sequence. Right, and after this I would like to take example of geometric progression where we can find terms. When we have geometric progression, we can find any unknown term. For example, let us take a sequence. uh, this is a sequence -2, 1 by 2, -1 by 8, and so on up to 1 upon 3, 7, 2, 6, 8. This is a sequence. First of all, suppose we are given a sequence and they will say their question is just to find out the value of a4. Fine, we know a1, we know a2, a3, and we know the last term an, and we don't know what is a4. And for such type of questions, what we will do is, first of all, we will find out whether this is a geometric progression or not. Then for that we will find out their ratio. So first of all, we will take a2. So a2, which is equals to 1 upon 2, this will be divided by a1, which is equals to -2, and this ratio is equals to 1 by 2. And let us take 1. When it will be inverted, this will be called as 1 upon -2. This will be equals to -1 by 4. Let us take ratio for these two terms also, and in case that ratio will also be equals to -1 by 4, then we will say that yes, it is actually a geometric progression. So here we took terms a2 divided by a1. Now I will take a3 divided by a2, which is -1 upon 8 divided by 1 upon 2, which is equals to -1 upon 8 multiplied by, this will be inverted, 2 upon 1, 2 4s are 8. So yes, this is equals to -1 by 4. So yes, this progression is having a common ratio r, so this will be called as a geometric progression. So our next step is to find out a4. As we already know, we have done this formula, like when a4 will be divided with a3, when a4 will be divided with a3, then this will be equals to ratio r, right? So here a4 is something that we needs to find, and a3, the value of a3 is a1, a2, a3 is minus 1 upon 8. This is minus 1 upon 8, and as we already found the value of the common ratio r is equals to minus 1 upon 4. Now what we will do, we will take this into this side, and a4 will be equals to minus 1 upon 4 multiplied by minus 1 upon 8. This is cancelled out, and this is equal to 8 4s are 32. So the value of a4 is equals to 32. So this is all about this. So first term was minus 2, second 1 by 2 minus 1 by 8, and fourth term is equals to 1 upon 32. So it was actually simply like how to find out a term. Now apart from this, I would like to tell you like how to find out sum of the series. Fine. And we are given different types of series, and if those series are geometric progression, we will find out on the basis of whether they have common ratio or not. Then we can find their sum also. And as I have I just want to tell you, suppose firstly I took if any sequence is a geometric sequence, I can write their terms in this way. For example, a is the first term, and the formula is a n divided by a n minus 1 is equals to r. That means a n is equals to a n minus 1 multiplied by r. So when I can find this term, then I will divide the previous term with r. So the next term will be, second term will be previous term, which is a, it will be multiplied with r. Fine. In the same way, third term will be the previous term, which is ar, it is again multiplied with r, which will be equals to ar square. In the same way, next term will be ar cube, and so on. Last term will be ar n minus 1, right? So this is a form of terms we can write for a geometric progression, and ar square, ar cube, and so on. Last is ar n minus 1. And when we take sum of all these elements, so we will add all these terms, ar square, and so on, r raised to power n minus 1. And for sum we have a formula, and this is equals to a 1 minus r raised to power n divided by 1 minus r. A is the first term. So in case we have some geometric progression, and we need to find sum of those series, then first of all we will write a, then 1 minus ratio raised to power n, the total number of terms, divided by 1 minus r. So this is the formula for the sum of geometric progression, sum of n terms, right? And I just want to take an example, and in this example what we will do is we will find out the sum of the series, especially for infinite series. Fine. Let us consider we have a problem where the first term is 1, the next term is 2 by 3, next is 4 by 9, and so on. This is actually an infinite series. Fine. So in this case we need to find the value of this term, and for solution we will say see the common ratio. First of all, 2 upon 3 divided by 1, it will be 2 upon 3, and this is the common ratio. Now third term, 4 upon 9 divided by first term, and this will be inverted, it will become 3 upon 2, 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9. This is equals to 2 upon 3. Yes, this is a geometric progression. Why? Because the common ratio is same. Fine. So this is a geometric progression. Now we have infinite series over here. This is the sum for finite series, right? So actually we can find out the sum of the infinite series from this formula itself. Why? Because in this formula, when n approaches infinity, means when the value of n, I would like to write this term in this way: when the value of n increases, what will happen? The value of r raised to power n will decrease, and this will actually decreases to 0. So this term will actually turns or becomes 0, and we will left with the formula for infinite number of terms equals to a1 minus r, because this has become 0, so we are left with only a multiplied by 1 divided by 1 minus r. So this is the formula for the infinite series, and I just want to drag your attention towards this: how when n approaches infinity, r raised to power n will reduces to 0. Suppose we have the value of n infinity and r raised to power n. What will be r raised to power n? For n is equal to 1, the value of r raised to power n, r ratio is 2 upon 3, so 2 upon 3 will be equals to 2 upon 3. For n is equals to, I would like to jump to 3, and r raised to power 3 will be equals to 2 upon 3 raised to power 3, and this will be equals to 8 divided by 27, and this is approximately equals to 0.296. Fine. Now again I would like to take n is equals to 5, so r5 is equal to 2 upon 3 raised to power 5. When we solve this will be equals to 0.1316. So here in the beginning the value was 0.444. so in the beginning it was 0.444, and then 0.296, then 0.131, and as you keep on increasing the value of n as it approaches infinity, as it increases, then the value of r is to power n is keep on decreasing, right? So that is why it will keep on decreasing and decreases and reduces up to 0. So that is why this term has become equals to 0, right? And this is the formula for infinite number of terms, how we can find sum of infinite terms. Okay, let us take an example of geometric series. Let it is represented by summation r is moving from 1 to infinity of 1 upon 3 raised to power r. And how we can write this, I told you in my previous video, the meaning of this summation or sigma is addition of these terms. How we can add these terms? By putting the value of r from 1 to infinity, we will write these terms. First of all, 1 upon 3 and r is equal to 1, right? And summation, so that means we will add these terms, and the next term will be, we will put r is equal to 2. 1 upon 3 raised to power 2, I can write this in such ways. And summation, so again addition of term, and next is 1 upon 3 raised to power 3, and so on, and the last term is equals to infinity. And here again, as we already know, in order to solve any series, we will find out whether it is a geometric progression or not. So we will find the value of r. First of all, we take a2, which is square, 1 upon 3 square, divided by a1, which is 1 upon 3, then 1 upon 3 square into 3 upon 1, and will cancel out, we are left with 1 upon 3. Again we will see for the value of a3 divided by a2, a3 divided by a2, a3 is 1 upon 3 cube divided by 1 upon a 1 upon 3 square, 1 upon 3 cube, 3 square divided by 1 will cancel out. Again 1 upon 3. Yes, the ratio for both the terms is equal. So this is a geometric progression, and for infinite number of terms, the value of the sum is a upon 1 minus r, and the value of a is first term is 1 upon 3. The value of the denominator is 1 minus r is again 1 minus r is 1 upon 3. So what we will do, 1 upon 3 and 3 multiplied with 1, 3 minus 1, 2, 2 divided by 3. Then 1 upon 3 we will invert when it will goes up. 3 divided by 2 will cancel out, and 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 will be the answer of this summation. The sum of all this series up to infinity will be equals to 1 upon 2, and in case this sum will be equals to n elements, then we will use another formula. In this way we can find sum of any sort of terms, like suppose we have a series of the form 1 by 2, then 1 upon 2 square, 1 upon 2 cube, and so on. Or we can find other type of series, 1 minus 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, and so on. In this way we can find out the sum of these series. Fine. And thank you so much for watching. I will keep on uploading videos related to this, and if you have any queries, then you can drop your messages in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching.